Toro, the fancy action now. And the reason I'm going handheld is we're going to take a look at, I'm going to swap it around, swap that around, and we're going to look at this box of shame here. And we're going to sort it out. And I haven't looked at it in, I don't know, man, 6 months. So I wanted to go handheld to show you, just go in deep here into my box of shame. We're going deep into my box of shame today. And I thought what we would do is like go through and sort it out. Now, the reason this happened, and I'm kind of a little bit sad in a way, because we're having like a neighborhood garage sale, and I was kind of half in, half out. I don't know if I wanted to participate or not, but I had the garage open. I was sweeping out and, just, straightening things up. And my box of like overflow box was just open, just like it is. And this very sweet elderly lady came up and she's like, "Hello, I like to look through your games." And I'm like, okay. If you're a collector, you know what I'm talking about. That feeling like, oh my God, there's gold in there. I know there's gold. She's going to take my gold. It's like, oh my God, bro. So I'm like, calm down. This old lady would like to look through the box. Go ahead and let her. And then some other vulture walked up. I literally, when she was done, I pulled the box and just put it back in the house. I'm like, nah, I can't. I got to do an inventory. And she walked off. Well, she walked off with the Destiny 2. And then she walked off with another PS4 game. And it's really funny because she was at least 80, if not like pushing 90. She was elderly. And it was really funny having that conversation. And I'm standing there and she's like, "Now let me see. Now, does this game," which was a PS2 game, "does this play on the PS5?" And I said, "No, unfortunately, that's not backwardly compatible to the PS2. Well, what about this? This the PS4. Will that play on the PS5?" And I'm like, yeah, actually, that will. It is backwardly compatible. And I didn't really care about the PS4 games. She got two of those. One of them was Destiny 2, and the other one, I forget what it was. But she walked away with like 3 PS2 games. One of them was beach volleyball. And I'm like, oh, bro, I know that's probably money. I got to look at it, might be, and again, some of these games really aren't worth that much. That's most of the reason why they wound up in here. But I guarantee there's some money in here. And there's some 360 in here too. So what I thought I would do is I used to have them sorted. Really, I did. I used to have them sorted, but I just threw them in a box and just let it go at that. And I farm them for cases and shit like that. But it's like, I want to go through my box of shame this morning, and I want to see if there's any money, and also if any of my bros want any. I'm not saying I'm going to give it to you, but I'm saying I might give it to you. All right? Let's do it. Now, I have this, which is Ridge Racer Type 4 R4, but there is no manual. So you have the discs, right? You have the discs, and here's the other disc, but it has no manual. So, I mean, what you could do with this is, see if you can farm a manual on eBay, make it complete, and then list that bad boy. Wow. So we're just going to be out here. Now, the DS games, they just closed down, I think, the 3DS online store. I don't know if the DS has been closed for a long time, but I've got a lot of these goofy 3DS games. I think there's even a Wii U game in here. So I'm just gonna, I don't know if there's any more of them. I'm just gonna run through them, right? So we got Brain Age. I'm gonna be out here for hours. It's a big box, baby. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? All right. Camp Rock the Final Jam. Yeah. What are you doing with that game, Stop it. Like some of these game show games, they're like absolutely worthless. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna look them up, but nobody cares about it. Style Savvy. Got to remember, I have a kid who happens to be a daughter. Clubhouse Games. Now that one, they always come out with these like generic, like old people, like, what do you put in when Grandpa comes over? Oh, I know about that game. Let's play that on the video. This is Lego Battles. Wow. I should just list all these. That's why I'm doing this. Like, I might just like list whatever I have that's like halfway decent. Nancy Drew, the hidden staircase. Holy shit, bro. Is that like a hidden object? No, it's actually a mystery game. It's a point and click mystery. There you go, bro. Probably never been played. Ever. This is an Alice in Wonderland inspired by Tim Burton film. Not like Tim Burton worked on it. It was inspired. It was inspired by his movie. So it's a Disney game. Oh, there it is. Hey, buddy. Jamie Oliver, What's Cooking on your DS? I mean, when game systems get to be so popular that somebody thought that was a good idea, I'm like, it's not even video games, man. Come on now. Well, it's also like recipe. Shut up. Anyway, Build-A-Bear, Welcome to Hugsville. Oh, boom. Huge title. Huge title. Totally complete. You want it. You want it. All right. Oh, no. It's My Little Pony, Pinkie Pie's Party. This one's for Dad Game Collector. Or Philberto. You guys can fight over that one. Pinkie Pie's Party from My Little Pony. Who wants that? You guys want that. You want to play that alone in the restroom. Polarium. Some kind of like puzzly game. Yeah. It's like a Tetris clone. Polarium. In the solarium next to the aquarium. All right, what do we got here? Need for Speed Nitro. Yeah, extreme. You know, whatever happened to that. Is there a book in here? Sir, is there a book in here? Sir. There's like some kind of owner's manual, but yes, there is. It is complete. Chuck E. Cheese's Playhouse. Holy crap. This is the 80s. This is how we were living in the 80s, bro. Chuck E. Cheese. Where your parents could get drunk on beer and wine while you ate pizza and ran around screaming like an idiot. I don't know if you've ever been in a Chuck E. Cheese like about 3 or 4 in the afternoon when the parents are like drunk at that point. And they're having a fight. Yeah, they're having a fight and then they're like dragging their kids out. It's like, oh my God, bro. This one is actually the one, one good one in here is Duck Amuck. Duck Amuck with Daffy Duck. That's actually probably really fun. So totally complete, like new. Wow. Fashion Studio. Is that the second one? Is that the second? Do I have 2 Fashion Studios? Oh, I have Style Savvy. I'm not going to do this in a 2-pack. I'll do this in a 2-pack. Style Savvy and Fashion Studio. There you go. My Fashion Studio. Anyway. So that's all the DS. I think there's probably 1 or 2 more in here that I missed. Yeah, here's one. Here's another. Oh, and there's some more. There's some other good shit in here. Anyway, Solitaire Overload. Woo! Wow. Wheel of Fortune. I'll take an A for naggers, Alex. Word Zhong. This is actually something I make fun of, but I would actually play this, especially like on a plane when you're sitting on the tarmac. There you go. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. All of a sudden you look up, you're like, what? We're here? How much did I have to drink? Okay, there you go. Word Zhong, totally complete. Word Zhong. Now, what I want to know is I'm going to have to check my collecting app. I can't do it because I'm live right now. Sudoku Mania. You are manic. You are a maniac. You're crazy for Sudoku by UFO. UFO is just a game producing factory. They're just like, Sudoku Mania, make it! Make it right now! All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. So these are all like Goodwill, just random finds out there that I've accumulated over the years of collecting. All right, now I let some PS2 go, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, this one's kind of cool. This one has like a there's one more. I think this one's kind of cool. It's got like a cool cover to it. It's Master of Illusion, and in the back it says, "It's magic. It's magic." Poof. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's got like a really cool monochrome aesthetic. It really doesn't tell you what the hell it is either. It doesn't even describe the game or give you a screenshot. Magic show. It's like a 3DS magic show. It's like how to do magic. Oh wow. Anyway, it's cute. So I imagine stuff like this is just going to become somewhat sought after, maybe not. All right, I'm just going to vertical. Oh. All right, we're just going to go vertical on this one. All right, I'm going to do Wii. How about that? I'm going to do Wii because they're easy to see, There's some PS3 in here. There's some 360 in here where I'm like, oh, maybe you need to really think about that. Oh, yeah. I saw this in there, and I'm like, dude, I think that's actually worth a little bit of money. Maybe I ought to list that instead of just like having it in here, just giving it out to people, It's like, Jesus, for $1. That lady, I charged her $1 a game, and because she was a sweet old lady, and I'm like, you're a greedy jackass, Stop being married to your overflow box. You know what I mean? This is your overflow box of your collection, right? That means that, like, pretty much I have not the DS games, but like the PlayStation games, stuff like that. I already have a copy. Oh yeah. Oh, there's some good shit in here. There's some good shit in here. Oh, here's another Brain Age. Here's another DS title. Is that like 20 titles at this point? Nintendo Power. I think it might be a manual in here. I don't know. There's the DS like gaming thing. If you like Brain Age. And that's it. I don't know if this one has a manual or if it ever had a manual, but it's Brain Age. It's Brain Age 2 or Brain Age 1. I don't know. There you go. So there's some good shit in here, and I was like, holy shit, are you sure you want to just hand this shit out for like $1? So I let a couple get away, just being nice. But, I'm like, bro, you need to reel that shit in and list it because some of this is some good shit. We're doing Wii. There's PS3 in here. There's original Xbox in here. So if any of my bros are out there in the world and you want, you got one dibs on it, I'll consider our friendship, and I'll put it to committee. I'll sleep on it. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, here's another one. Oh wow, okay. All right, so there's quite a few Wii titles in here. Should I just sort them out right now? Maybe I should just do that and save us all a little bit of time. Yeah, here's a place. There was some PlayStation 2 in there, and I'm like, why are you letting her walk off with those PlayStation 2 games, bro? Why are you doing that? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, that's terrible. Is there a book in there? Yeah, there's a book in there. I need to get a real case for this thing. It's another PlayStation 2. Oh! Oh, let's see. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's okay. Oh, that's a Wii U game. Oh man, I need to get a case for that like immediately. Wow, a lot of 360 in here. And a very few PS3. So that's it. We've got original Xbox. We've got Wii. We've got 360. Got a lot of 360. That is probably the most that we have in here. So there's definitely some good shit in here. There's definitely some good shit in here. It's just like, oh, bro, should you hold on to that shit? There's one very obscure title that I think is worth your time if you're a collector. I do. I think it's worth your time if you're a collector. I'm going to do PS3. Because PS3, I've only got 3 games in here. One of them is rather obscure. This is, let's start out with the most common one. It's the greatest hits, Littlest Big Planet. There are tons of them out here. It's totally complete. The case is a little jacked. Star Wars The Force Unleashed, the first game, which is the better of the two. Most assuredly, you get to walk around as Darth Vader, killing Wookiees. What a Wookiee! And this is a solid Star Wars game. Again, go backward for the good shit. This is, and it's got a little bit of damage on the art. This is F1 Race Stars. Kind of a little offbeat, you know. It's out there, but it's all like F1 racing, super deformed. It's a kart racer. It's essentially a kart racer with official F1 drivers and vehicles. So I already have a copy of it. That's a duplicate copy that I found in the world. So yeah, wow, PS3, right? God bless America. Well, I did have more PS2. I had a couple of more PS2, but some old lady tricked me out of them. So these are the PS2s. There's only a few here. What that is. Here we go. DDR Max Dance Dance Revolution for the PS2. I know that's very popular with the fellas. And then Pirates of the Caribbean, The Legend of Jack Sparrow. Considering what's going on with that franchise, maybe you ought to grab a copy of that. Totally complete. Yep. Let's have a look at the disc. Immaculate. Immaculate. It's like new. So that's a really nice copy. Like I don't even know what that's going for. And I can't look. I can't check. I should have my laptop here, but I can't really check price. So now the other one, I have one Wii U title in here. Believe it or not, I have a Wii U title, which is Mass Effect 3 Special Edition, and the case is really beat up. It is complete. It is complete. The manual is actually in halfway decent shape. It's really a scaled down manual. It's barely a manual at all. And the disc. So I'm going to put it in a new case and probably list it. But, Mass Effect for the Wii U, man. I mean, that was a time oh yeah, disc is like cherry, man. If the discs are real, like real bad, I don't even bother. I don't even bother. I mean, that's the core of what you're purchasing. So I'll leave the 360 for the end. I'm just going to go in volume based on the number of total units. Now, this is original Xbox. There's a little mini Xbox collection here, man. And I think there's some exclusives. Let me see if there's how many exclusives there are. One exclusive. One exclusive. Everything else is multiplats. Aggressive Inline. That's gone down in value. That used to be quite sought after. It's like the only inline game. And then somebody did this to prevent theft. This is like theft prevention for whatever reason. At one point, some video stores were doing this where they would like cut the case to like prevent people from keeping it. Collectors, I suppose. I don't know. But that's the only thing that's wrong with it. Other than that, it's like in very good shape. Aggressive Inline. It's still like above average, but it used to be worth quite a bit. Not so much anymore. Nobody really cares. But it's like one of the only inline games ever made. So if you're like an inliner, die inliner, die. I hate those inliners, man. I used to run like kind of cross country, and then I used to bike a lot. And it was and I was biking during the height of the inline craze where people were on the fitness trails, like falling off their shit and they couldn't control it. And so many people got injured during that time. And they would get in little clubs and they would like hog up like a bicycle gang. They would hog up the fitness trails. And I was like, die. Well, no hate for the inliners, much. But I was like, eventually that craze, like when I was riding my bike, I used to see how many people, like especially like younger people that were trying to get into it because they thought it was like cool, and they were literally breaking their own legs and ankles and shit and falling over. And so many sports related injuries were going on during that time. And I'm like, oh, that, eventually that will cool and go away. And it did. It did. Do you see inliners anymore? They used to be everywhere. Thank God inlining is dead. Thank God it's dead. But anyway, aggressive inline. Totally complete except the manual's cut. Probably by a video store. Splinter Cell, I think I have a couple of these. These are actually used to jailbreak original Xbox, and they still carry some value. I think there's a second one in here. Oh, no. Oh, that's a different one. Oh. Well, we'll just stay in it. This is Chaos Theory, totally complete. Totally complete Chaos Theory, Brett, on the Xbox. Sitting in my overflow box. Totally complete. Immaculate. Perfect. Highest score ever, 9.9. Boom. Dude, I should throw that. I wonder, is that like backwardly compatible? I'm going to have to check. I'm going to have to live stream that shit. Outlaw Tennis. These are all over the place. And again, they were extreme. Outlaw Tennis, like Outlaw Golf is the most popular one. Then there's Outlaw Volleyball. There's a couple different versions. There's like 3 or 4 versions of Outlaw Golf. But Outlaw Tennis is more obscure. This one is not as commonplace as the other ones. So I haven't checked the value on this in a really, really long time. Ghost Recon Island Thunder. That reminds me of what is that? Tropic Thunder? Is it Tropic Thunder? Where it's like, you never do full retard. You never do full retard. Rain Man. Genius. Not full retard. That has got to be the funniest shit ever. And what was it like Simple Jack or Random Jack or oh god, I forget what the character he's trying to get an Academy Award for. But anyway, this is Island Thunder, baby. I wonder if that movie was based on this. It looks pretty good. Yeah. I have not played this, and again, some of these I should really throw in before I list them and see if they're backwardly compatible, because I would play it. But anyway, Ghost Recon, Island Thunder. Remember this time? Remember living through this time? Holy shit, was those good days back then, man. Ghost Recon, we're like, we need another Ghost Recon. Call it Island Thunder. Put it out. Make it extreme. All right. Morrowind Game of the Year Edition, Bill. I don't think it has a booklet. No, it's just the game. It's just case and game. Game of the Year Edition. You get all the DLC. This is backwardly compatible on the Xbox Series X. So you can throw this right into your Xbox Series X and play the entire Morrowind experience. Is PS5 doing that? No. Anyway, that's enough on PS5. Fable, The Lost Chapters, Platinum Hits copy. This is backwardly compatible. Flawless. Yep. Yep. Nice. More quests, more weapons, more choices. All the game awards, all the IGNs. So, yeah, I mean, this is really the ultimate way to play this game. I'm going to have to throw that one in, too. Here we go. Hitman 2, Silent Assassin for the Xbox original. Totally complete. Have no idea if it's backwardly compatible. I'm going to be spending my weekend seeing which of these will run upscaled, frame rates, everything. Resolution. So, yeah. Fantastic. I have no idea. I'm going to go and check values on some of this stuff. I need to list it or give it to my friends or have it do something. It's literally sitting in a box in my garage. Outlaw Holiday Golf. This is the rarest one of them all. They actually made a second one, Holiday Golf 2. I actually own this one and the second one. I think I have all of the Outlaw stuff. The only one I was missing for a long time was Tennis, because Tennis is the rarest one. But they're mainly for golf. But these were big at Blockbuster. That's why there's a lot of copies out there. Most of the copies that you find in the wild of the Outlaw series are usually from like Blockbuster or Red Rabbit or whoever. But yeah, stuff an Outlaw in your stocking. A ho-ho hole-in-one. You can't even do these games anymore, bro. You can't even put her on a cover like that anymore, bro. You can't do it anymore. I mean, look at Outlaw Tennis. Can you come out with this anymore? Can you? I'm challenging the one person watching this video. Can you even publish this anymore? Is this even possible? Oh no! Oh my God! It's got a rec therapy sticker on it. Oh no, that is just awesome. It's got a, do you see that? You can't really read it because it's reversed, but it says rec therapy. So this was some kind of, this is in like a hospital or something like that for the recreational therapy. Outlaw Tennis. Oh man, that's the first time I'm noticing that. That's crazy. Anyway, back to, you see Santa up in the corner. He does fly. The Santa does come out while you're playing. But this is another rare Christmas game. There's not a lot of Christmas games out there. There's more than you think. I mean, there's like a dozen of them. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, and it says, coming soon, Outlaw Volleyball in the inset. You can't do this shit anymore, bro. That day is over here. That day is over. Okay, last one. This is the exclusive. I saved it to the end, okay? It's Jade Empire, and it's got the foil cover. It's a BioWare title before they sucked. From the developer of the 2003 Game of the Year. There you go. And oh my God, it's complete. Holy shit. Jade Empire, limited edition, only on Xbox. Wow. Xbox exclusive Jade Empire, limited edition, totally complete. Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, this is bonus content. So we're missing the game disc. Hold on. I'm going to rewind that. Record scratch. Yeah, this is not complete. That is just the bonus content disc. I wonder, I should get a disc-only copy of Jade Empire and make this complete. I really should. And I think I'm going to do that. Okay, we only have 2 more systems to go. The Wii and the Xbox 360. these are the games that are sitting in a box in my garage. Okay, there's a few real, I'm going to do Wii. There's a few real good ones in here. Some may be worth money, but there are a few good titles in here. I'm telling you. Now, the first one is beat up. The case is in bad shape, but it is an excellent game. It is a light gun shooter for the Wii, and it is Ghost Squad. I do have another copy of this in my collection. This is my duplicate copy. It is not complete, but it is disc, and the disc is in beautiful shape. So, Ghost Squad, I have played this. I pulled it out of the collection, and I've heard it was good. It's often recommended by other YouTubers, and it is outstanding. It is a really good, polished light gun shooter by Sega. I highly recommend Ghost Squad. It's great. It's great. If you like the Wii and you want a good game on the Wii, this is good and fun. And it's, I believe it's two-player co-op. 1 to 4 players. 1 to 4 players. So you can do 2-player light gun, Ghost Squad. Green Lantern. Totally complete. Wii Music. I don't know if it's complete. Register your software. Wii Music. I think it's missing. This one is missing it has a really beefy manual. But, you know, you got this case. It's got a hollow foil cover to it. We see them out there. But you know what? You're not seeing these much anymore. I mean, they're just not out there anymore. The History Channel, Battle for the Pacific. So this is a first-person shooter. It's not bad. And I believe you can, again, it's like with the Wiimote, it's like a light gun shooter. Yeah, it's like new. All these discs are outstanding. I haven't run into a bad disc yet. I'm fussy about that shit. Just Dance Summer Party, everybody. Are you ready for the summer party? Are you ready for Hot Gamer Summer? Boom. Wii Fit, of course, yet another Wii Fit. And I don't know if these are still going for like 25. I don't know. I'm going to have to check. This is another one where this is a game compilation, Carnival Mini Golf. And instead of Carnival Games, it's a Carnival Games themed mini golf. Putt-putt. Yeah. Cute. I mean, this thing is fun. I love these Carnival games. Whenever I see them, I collect them. Because it's just cool. It's just a cool, fun series. So, yeah. Totally complete. Okay. This is Drawsome Games, Sketch Quest, and Artists, and I think there's a Ubisoft like drawing tablet that you use in conjunction with this, which I do have. But it's just an interesting little slice of life on that one. Hot Wheels Battle Force 5. This one is actually worth a little bit of something. The last time I checked, I have a regular copy. This is just a disc-only copy. The case is written on. It was a pawn shop. But Battle Force 5 is a little bit rare. And this one, I think out of all of the ones on the Wii, is of the highest value of the Hot Wheels games. Where the Wild Things Are. And this is hard to find. This was hard to find back when shit was plentiful. And now you're just not going to find Battle Force 5, Hot Wheels Battle Force 5, Battle Force 5, Hot Wheels Battle Force 5. You're just not going to find that. Where the wild things are, and again, you don't see this that often out there. You did for a time. Like I stumbled across it a couple times. But, you know, I doubt you're seeing it out there now. But kind of cool. Totally complete. Great Dinosaur Rescue, buddy. No sign of Dora. Go, Diego, go. Boom. Now, here we go. Animal Crossing City Folk. And it does have the manual. The manual is literally a novel. Let's see, what are the page numbers? 66-page manual, bro. 66-page manual. That is a thick, thick manual. Yep, disc is perfect. Yep, Animal Crossing, City Folk. Yep, there you go. Boom. This one is Mythmaker's Orbs of Doom. Again, you don't see this that often. It's actually kind of good looking. Over 40 levels, pick and play, intuitive motion-based controls. Oh, you tilt and tumble your way through mazes. So more than likely, it's kind of like Monkey Ball. It's kind of like Monkey Ball. Yeah, it's basically a knockoff Monkey Ball. Very nice. Dance Dance Revolution Hottest Party 3. If you survive the other two hottest parties, this is the third hottest party. Totally complete. Don't be shy. If you're one of my grown male friends and you want Hottest Party 3, just message me on the side and I will be very discreet. All right, Star Wars, the complete saga, Lego Star Wars. You know, this is back when things didn't suck ass. There you go. It's not complete, but disc only. Game Party 3, 19 hit games. So these are great on the Wii. They're very common on the Wii. They're everywhere. High print run. They're not really worth that much. But, you know, there it is. Totally complete. And then, ooh, I think this one's pretty good. Endless Ocean. They just came out with the new iteration. These games are very ASMR. They're a lot of fun. There are things to do. You know, you guide yourself around. You catalog wildlife. You find secrets and stuff like that. And it's very nice. I mean, this has been a relatively enduring series. There is a second version, you know, a second copy on the Wii. I own that too. This is totally complete. Look at that. Look at that. What a nice package. That's what she said. What a nice package. Register your software. What's this? This is another game promo. Endless Ocean. If you like that, try Brain Age. If you like Endless Ocean, try Brain Age. No. But yeah. Yeah, it's a very cute package because, you know, Nintendo is very much involved in this. This is another really quite thick full color manual of Endless Ocean, and this one is 45 pages long. There's a jet ski on here too. Do you get to jet ski? Do you like to jet ski? I like to disco. All right, so there you go. There's the Wii. We got one system left. It is the 360. These are my overflow games, my duplicates. And there's some money in here, bro. I am pissed off that I let like 3 PS2 games go. One of them was beach volleyball. I'm like, I'm letting beach volleyball go? No! She's going to wind up pawning it, and I'm going to find it in a pawn and rebuy it. That kind of sick shit does go on. All right, anyway, this is the 360. And there's been a lot of talk about the value of 360 games, the online store going silent, going dark. So there is some money in here. Again, I don't know how much money. I got to take a look at it, but there is some money in here. 360 money. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it. Prey. This is the original Prey, which is freaking great. I believe it's backwardly compatible. It says we are next. This has conspiracies in there. It has Native American characters in there. Nobody ever talks about this game. It takes place in a spaceship. It's a first-person shooter. There's zero gravity mechanics. There's portal mechanics. Way before Portal ever happened, there was this game. There are so many interesting mechanics and weapons and enemies in this game, and bosses and environments. It is an experience, and I don't know why it doesn't get more talk, but they actually have sound clips from Art Bell from Coast to Coast talking about alien conspiracies, like he's reporting what's going on, what's happening to you in the game. They literally have Art Bell doing sound clips for this game that play randomly as you find, like, certain areas of the game will have speakers and will have be surveilling like Earth broadcasts, and it's Art Bell talking about what's going on the alien ship. I mean, it's ridiculously I just played through it like about 4 months ago. I played through it all the way again. It's super good. It's super good. Totally complete. Prey. If you've never tried this game, please do yourself a favor. Rocksmith. It's complete. Usually these hold their value quite a bit. I don't know. I've seen them go for 30 to 50 for these Rocksmiths. Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. Ghost Recon 2 Advanced Warfighter. By the way, I have played this. This was like this teal blue theme period they went through, and it's actually very good. Again, this game, they're so commonplace. Oh, it's got fingerprints. It's got a little fingerprints, but the disc is perfect. Yeah, wow. The Beatles Rock Band. Just the licensing alone for this thing is going to keep the value up. This is totally complete. I have another copy of it. This one is oh, and it's complete too. Oh wow. Shadows of the Damned, a Suda 51 trip. It's obviously not in an original case, but it is complete. I do obviously have another copy. I also have the import. I believe I have the PS3 domestic and import version of it, because the artwork is so gorgeous on the import version. The PS3 import version of Shadows of the Dam has some of the most beautiful case artwork I've ever seen. I loved it. But yeah, it is here. It is complete. It's a very just kind of be there manual, but it is the actual manual itself. It's only like a four-page manual, but there it is. So it's a Suda 51 game. Shadows of the Damned, totally complete. Freaking awesome. I'm gonna be throwing a lot of this shit into the Xbox Series X. Kinect Dance Central. This is a fucking doorstop. I don't know if anybody wants this shit, but some Kinect games actually do hold value. Some people actually like the Kinect. I mean, it wasn't like everybody hated it. Deep Silver Escape to Dead Island. I did play this. It's a Fat Shark game. I played it all the way through. It is totally complete. I enjoyed it. I'm a Dead Island fan. Did I think it was good? I thought it was pretty good. I think it was like this is the quintessential B. This is a B game. The art style is cell shaded. It is in the Dead Island universe. It is made by Fat Shark. It plays flawlessly. There's no glitches or bullshit. The environments are interesting. There's a little bit more like backstory and interaction with different characters and people on the island and stuff like that. And you try to escape the island and you wind up on another island that's effed. And you know, it's yeah. I mean, you find a secret lab on the island. You know, it's kind of trying to be like, to me, Dead Island takes quite a few notes from Resident Evil. And you always find like a secret facility. You know what I mean? It's like some of the major, the broad strokes of the structure of a Resident Evil game can be found. That's probably why I like it. But I think it's good. I think it's good. I have another copy. Conflict Denied Ops. This is relatively hard to find. This is not complete. It's in a Blockbuster rental case. Disc is immaculate. Conflict Denied Ops. It's okay. It's co-op. You know, so it's a co-op military shooter. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's functional. Rogue Warrior. I am the wrathful god of combat. And this was made by a guy. It is a Bethesda game, by the way, if you didn't know. It is a Bethesda game. It was made by the guy who, like, what is it? Dick Marcinko. And he's like some, like, you know, what is it? It's like Soldier of Fortune. He's like a Soldier of Fortune guy. It's not Soldier of Fortune the game, but it's kind of in that line. I have, believe it or not, I have played through all of Rogue Warrior. It's not terrible, but it is very average. It's very average. If you like this type of game, it's fine. But it's trying to be like kind of a stealth ops spec game, and it's okay. It's like all very average. There's a lot better out there. Uh-oh, the original Dead Space. Yes, of course I have an original copy, but this is a complete copy of the original Dead Space, the classic. I mean, here it is, game that absolutely blew me away, and it's the only saving grace for Electronic Arts in my mind. I'm like, they let people do it. They let people be creative and create something amazing, and they absolutely did. To this day, still one of my favorite games of all time. Is this another Rocksmith? Yeah, I got another Rocksmith. I grab these when I'm out there. Sometimes this one's just like disc only, because I know that they're collectible. And if I could pick it up for $1 and flip it for, you know, 30 or 20 or whatever it is, I haven't done it yet. Zero G Fighters. Wow. By Taito. So it's a military flight, kind of an arcadey military flight simulator. You saw the Warthog, you saw the Stealth Fighter. It's got a very beefy manual. A lot of these games that I pick have beefy manuals. Intense multiplayer dogfights. Let's see. This one is a 43-page black and white manual, Taito. They're like, look, we're not Electronic Arts, we're Taito. It's black and white, bro. So there you go. That's a Ubisoft game. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. It's over G. It's over G Fighters. I thought it was Zero G. No, it's over G. Over G Fighters. Again, those games used to be very prolific out there. They need to go back to making more of that kind of shit. The original Saints Row. This is before the game sucked balls by Volition, when Volition was actually freaking like hardcore. It is totally complete. I have played Saints Row, the original game, front to back. It is very good. It is open world. It's very much GTA-esque. And this was a legitimate contender against... It's got a holofoil. Yeah. And there is... The can't do it in video games anymore. But it is kind of out there. When the series first started, it was more grounded. And it just kept getting more and more like over the top. Morning fancy. I got Saints Row in the mail yesterday. Boom! Yep, that's the original one. The OG. And it's very, very good. I recommend it. I recommend Saints Row. This one, the original game. It's very good and it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of fun shit to do, and it's cool. It's a cool game, and you get the progression where you bring your gang back up to speed in the city, and you begin to dominate. And When you start out, it's rough, and you get hit by other gangs in your cathedral, and it's like it's more a little bit more grounded in reality, and I think they kind of went a direction. Like it kind of peaked. I think it really peaked at two. Three was much more polished per se, but at that point after three, it lost the plot. It lost the plot. But one is excellent. Two is good. But I recommend if you're going to play any Saints Row, believe it or not, I'm going to recommend number one. Number one, I think, is the best. All right, Cameo. Boing, 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 boing. There you go. A lot of good commentary. It's exclusive. Xbox 360 game, which means that this is likely backwardly compatible. I do have another copy. These are all duplicate copies. This is probably an aftermarket case. The original Dark Souls, just a disc copy. I just saw it out there I literally saw this in a bin for like $1 or $2 or something like that. And I'm like, I can't leave a copy of Dark Souls friggin' just sitting in a bin for $1. Yeah, so I have a complete copy. I couldn't leave it. I don't know. You tell me what I'm doing. 360 L.A. Noire. I have played that. Rockstar. I have played this. Oh, and by the way, it's totally complete. This is a duplicate for me, but it's totally complete, man. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It needs a new case. Let me see if that artwork is damaged at all, because it's got like a little bit of a... Oh, no, the artwork is fine. It's the case that's jacked. So the case is a little jacked up, but the artwork is fine. So this is totally complete. Manual. All 3 discs. Yeah, nice. So nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So it's a great game. I've played it front to back. It's literally a history lesson of like post-war America. I mean, it really is. It really is. It's a great game. It's a great game, and it's very film noir. It's like you get to play a movie. You really do. Are these your extra games you've been lying around? Yeah, yeah. These are all my overflow games, duplicates in my collection, and then stuff that I just saw that I'm like, I can't leave it, and grab it. Now, here, Philberto, I want to get your advice on this. I found this, but it doesn't have the manual. It doesn't have the manual. So it's otherwise complete. I was thinking of buying a manual, because I know that this game goes for a little piece of money. If I can find a manual only, like an eBay, and then flip that. Unless somebody wants it. Does somebody in my crew want that? And please don't do it because it's a collectible that you can flip. I can do that. But if there's a game that you've seen here and you're one of my bros or you're one of my subscribers and you want to talk to me about it and you want me to send it to you, okay. Borderlands. The OG. Totally complete. It's got a reversible cover. I didn't notice that. That's pretty nice. So, yeah. And again, you've got all that shit going on. The original Borderlands is very good. I'm just telling you. Again, it's like Saints Row. They just, Borderlands just kind of tries to do more of the same. If you're going to play a Borderlands game that you've never played before, if you're going to get into the franchise, I recommend this one. You can just stop right there. I'm serious. I recommend this one. You can just stop right there. I just sell it if it's an extra one you have. Tracking down a manual just to flip it takes too much time. Yes and no. It really depends on what it's selling for. Filberto, if you're at home right now and you have access to it, can you just quickly eBay what this is going for right now? R4 Ridge Racer Type 4. What's the eBay price on it? What are the auctions going for? Now here's another one that is just a duplicate. I already have this. This is The Witcher 2, Assassin of Kings. Thank you, Filberto. CD Projekt and WB. It's totally complete. This is quite the package, guys. This is quite the package. I'm going to open this up. The map is in there. The manual is here. It is a very thick manual. Man, I should live stream this one if it's backwardly compatible. 36-page manual. It is a black and white manual, which is fucking cheap for this franchise. CD Projekt. I know WB did the publishing and they wanted to save 5 cents a copy. But fuck. The Witcher? Really? You need to put it in your contract, like all full color manuals, jackass. But anyway, here's the, yeah. Totally complete. All discs. Plus the map. Let's open it up and have a look at it. I love the maps. I love game maps. Does anybody else like get moist over game maps like I do? I love game maps. Double-sided. A lot of times you get game maps and they're like one side. This is a double-sided game map. Awesome. I've always loved game maps. Way back in with like Ultima, where you get like a little fabric map that had actual secrets on it. And decoding, you could decode the language in it. It's just great. Oh my god. But anyway, The Witcher 2 Enhanced Edition, Assassin of Kings, freaking gorgeous, man. Full blown, totally complete. That's a duplicate for me. All right, now this game, I built a complete copy of this one. The cheapest boxed copy with no manual is $31. So if there's a manual out there that I could find, you know, yeah, I mean, you can literally, this is the cheapest one. This is $30 all day long with no manual. Come on, man. Come on. Anyway, so this game is very obscure. But this game pioneered, like when you drop from orbit into a landing zone or a hot LZ. This game pioneered that, and it's very much like it has the basics, the basic foundations of like your Fortnites and your PUBGs. It kind of started here, and it's by Timegate Studios, and it's called Section 8. And this is quite an obscure title. This is just a disc-only copy. I have a complete copy, and I had to build that one. I had to get like case game manual and put it together for a complete copy because I was finding pieces of it in the world. And this is just one I happened to stumble upon. But you're never going to find this in the wild anymore. Section 8. It's a very good military shooter, and this has actually been reviewed quite well. Cheapest one with manual is $46. Right, so it's $50. This is basically $50. So it really depends on if you can find a manual for this. I have another copy of this. I have a complete copy of it. But if you can get yourself a manual, you can flip that for $50. That's worth the trouble. So anyway, last 360 game and the end of this episode. But Section 8 is a really cool dropping from orbit in a mech suit into a hot landing zone and destroying like Alien Menace or something like that. And you know, when you die, you know, because it's very frantic, it's an intense combat game. If you die, you have to start again from orbit and, you know, complete the level. And it is a very competent like space military shooter where, like PUBG and Fortnite and all that, you drop down into the map and then commence your combat, and you can kind of choose like where you're gonna, drop and what have you. So it's very interesting. Section 8, check it out. Just YouTube it and see what the gameplay is like. But this is one that I would want to give to a collector or a buddy, because this is a hard to find one. This one's a rarity. I don't know if I don't think it's expensive, but it's one you don't really hear anybody talk about. Section 8 is obscure, and I'm going to see it again. I'm going to see if it's backwardly compatible, and if it is, then we'll do a little Section 8 live stream. Thank you, Filiberto, for the assist. This is LVO Toro, Fancy Action Now. If you're one of my buddies or one of my subscribers and you have interest in one of these titles that you saw, I can't promise I'm going to let it go. I can't promise that I'm not going to list it. But some of these I'd be willing to let go and give to a friend who wants to enjoy them. Not to flip, but just to be like, hey, I would love to have that. Okay? So this is LVO Toro, Fancy Action Now. God bless America.